Alright, folks, the deck is Vona Pain Warlock. The goal of the deck is to win the board in the early game with efficient minions that damage our face, like Party Fiend and Flame Imp, working our way towards an Infernal to stabilize. And then, if things go awry, we can finish it off with Party Planner Vona to start dropping 8/8s at low costs. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can catch me live at twitch.tv/Roffle. Alright. Let's deal some damage to my face and the opponent's on a repeated basis.
Nazoth versus Scarlet!
Who wants to play?
All eyes shall be open.
Is it crazy to keep the Molten Giant? I'm gonna do it, but it probably is. Let's just rip this. Oh, hello. Next turn, we can play the Geodude. Already making decent progress on this. Wait, there's no way they don't trade into it, is there? Okay. That was a gift. I don't think this actually works towards the Flame Juggler. Five. Yeah. I mean, it's still worth doing. Well. Yeah.
The entertainment has arrived.
Your turn. That was dumb. Just like as a Hearthstone turn. In fact, it was dumb and stupid. But also preventable if the opponent had, well, somewhat preventable. I think I want to go in on a turn 5, Spirit Bomb, Molten Giant, Infernal. I would need to take a little bit more damage, so I wonder if it's worth considering a tap here in order to get the Molten Giant down. Or do we just accept that we're taking the damage?
Let's show these fine folks.
Like from the hero power, maybe. We only need to take one more point of damage. It seems likely to happen. That works too. I guess we just hang on to this in case they have, like, a corpse bride to summon a big taunt. Or they get a Ruska to kill this and get a big taunt or something.
Blast.
We didn't even get to play the Vona. Devastating.
This off versus Illidan. Dead men tell no tale.
Okay. I think we're going to be working in the same direction here. Let's see if we can find... I think Party Fiend will be important for this one. Flame Juggler is kind of bad for when it comes down right now. So we're likely just tapping next turn, but getting something on board to, like, contest the wave of pirates is maybe a good idea. If we can get another Infernal, like, this is a nasty looking setup. Okay. Okay.
I found a sea urchin.
So they get Burning Heart, red, probably a red card is... We go here, play you, bonk here. That actually does a good job of activating the Flame Jugglers for next turn.
My eyes are on the spotlight.
Okay. How about... one of these. I think I just like the straight up trade here. Slow things down a little bit for the Vona, in case we want to get that down. But this doesn't give them... It also plays around going down swinging. That would have been pretty brutal for me.
Let's show these fine folks of Badlands hospitality.
Huh?
I yield for now.
Alright then.
This off versus Valen.
I will go forward at any cost.
Could play this on turn 1. And that would be a 0 mana 5/5. Just off rip. I guess I could have also just gone Blood Treant, Flame Imp, see which one survives, and then make a decision, but... Good lord. I mean, it's probably not the best play, but it is absolutely the funniest. Next turn, we play the Trolley Problem anyway, and then we likely follow it with a Infernal. What would cause them to trade? A Shoot Man? Or what would cause them to even consider trading, I guess, would be a Shoot Man.
Stay alert, my children. Stay alert, my children.
I just absolutely despise that card. It's so unbelievable. Why is it still the way that it is? Yeah. Well, this card single-handedly wins the game again. So that's a shame. Is this going to be the swipe of a lifetime? Okay. Took a risk, didn't pay off. That's what the deck is. It was funny, though. Aside from, like, the matron nonsense. That's never funny. But me dying to my own minion is pretty funny.
This off versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
Kind of a tough spot. Like, I would like to have this if I knew it were Elemental Mage. I don't know that it's Elemental Mage, though, obviously. Elemental Mage is the best Mage deck and the best Elemental deck, so let's just have it in case it is. It's a bit of a dead card is the problem if it ends up being, like, a Sif Spell Mage type deck. Okie. I'll do it again. Don't think I won't. The ideal scenario for me, I think, is they develop like a 2-mana minion, I Spirit Bomb it, and play the Souvenir. But okay, that could work too. Never mind. This might be the ideal scenario. That said, the burn damage is a little bit spooky to consider, so I need to make this game end soon. It might just be like drop Ziliak's bump here and then send everything else upstairs. Or just drop Ziliak's value trade and send everything upstairs. But I do kind of, well, maybe I don't need to get like damage nonsense online when you consider the matchup. I think this card is Omega Bait in nearly every deck that has ever existed, though. It's like, I don't know. People vastly, vastly overestimate like those type of effects. Alright, this one is definitely going upstairs. I think we take a value trade and do this. If they're pinging, that means it's like messing up their overplaner, potentially. But they're also probably just throwing the, nope. I thought that was a Molten Rune. I assume it's a ping here. It's not. Or at least not yet. They could coin ping. We just keep sending everything upstairs, though. Including or except this one. Let's do this, then. If something goes wrong, we can play the Vona, right? Like, if they ping here, or like we don't have a lethal setup, we can kill this off, play the Vona, and have it online. This would qualify as a setup for Vona. I guess we're going to have her anyway.
This party is to die
I don't know if I want to play this right now. It seems kind of spooky. But having the distance between the Ziliaks and the Ouroboros could be important for something like a Soul Freeze. I'm 1 damage off right now. 6. Okay. Gutouts. These are not them. I think I might need to give up the Ziliaks. Just, this is the downside of putting the buff where I did. The upside was trying to protect it, but I don't want to take too much more damage. So I just give up these 2 minions, and then send, what, 9 upstairs? I think 9 is close enough, without putting myself at too much risk.
My hand is too full.
Seems like an important overdraw. They get another chance at some freeze effects off of the mini. Which is why I didn't want to leave the Ziliaks on board for too long to continuously get frozen. Because they can go, like, mini into Blizzard here. Although I guess they do have to empty cards from hand, so maybe they won't be able to.
Another snap.
God. Just edging so hard every game.
Zoff versus Illidan.
Feel the hatred of 10,000 years.
Alright, Trolley Problem is probably good in the matchup, but not early, so let's full look for some low-cost minions that can... Oof. Help me survive an early onslaught, but these are notably not them. They are minions. These are maybe the worst possible cards I could have drawn for an aggressive matchup. Okay. At least the opponent didn't get a super aggressive draw, or is just a different deck than I'm expecting. Good God. I have drawn maybe the 5 worst possible cards in my deck for this stage in the game. 6 now? Okay, now we're talking. I have something playable. Ugh. If they have Monkey, it's a question of whether I should concede now or concede now, I think. Alright. Not Monkey. So just here, probably into the Flame Juggler.
The entertainment has arrived.
Job done.
Alright, I take 2 for sure. If I take a little bit more damage, we could theoretically get the double Molten Infernal down, and we might be able to stabilize. There's also just this, so I take 4 for sure. Just need to take a couple of points to the face. Which it seems like is happening. Alright, we're back in this. Especially with the Party Fiend. Seems extraordinarily fair. This is after a really bad draw. Okay. You're dead? Well, the worst cards in my deck turned out to be the best cards in my deck. Once I got the things that I needed to get them online. Was denied yet another chance to play the Vona, though. That's the real tragedy there. I'm sure that recent opponent that wants to be my friend only has the nicest of things to say to me.
Nazoth versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild.
I feel your roots in the deep, awakening the nightmare.
Alright. Just always keep the Party Fiend. I think we can get the Imprisoned Horde down pretty quickly. This hand now kind of wants that mass production back. This seems like the better option. What I can do is potentially tap, then we go Flame Imp into the Flame Juggler. This is better than a tap. It also has some pretty nutty potential with the Flame Juggler if we have something to attack into next turn. Incredible. We also get the okay. So that's 5. Ends up being better than the Rook, which would have been quite the rookie play. Got 16 showing. I think we're in a better spot than previously when we kind of got blown out by a matron turn. Like, yeah, I don't even know what their play is here. Seems unlikely we die from this stage when they just used that. So I don't know what keeps them alive right now. Well, or what kills me. If it's going to be anything, it's probably that. But that's a coin and a toy chest. Which I don't think a toy chest can find anything that saves them either, but I've been wrong before. I assume this means the opponent did not find what they needed and is instead deciding to uninstall Hearthstone forever.
Time waits for no one.
Which is very cool and normal behavior. But also relatable. The deck remains good, it would seem.
Nazoth versus Celeste.
The possibilities are endless.
All eyes shall be opened.
Okay, I'm probably going to need the Infernal with how much damage we're dealing to ourselves early. Let's save this for turn 2 in case we need to coin the Infernal or something else. Boom. Boom. And we play this next turn to trade over the Tar Slime, and we're in business. I think we stick with the game plan so far. This goes here. I think I would rather have multiple attackers than that tree. This is going to be active, so if they play one minion, it might be worth... That's 2 minions. But also, contextually still might be worth.
Let's show these fine folks
Just because it denies the buffs. Aside from Lamplighter, they don't have a whole lot of burst. It's a really good draw. I don't know if this Molten Giant is going to come down very easily. So they're on turn 5. Lamplighter could do at most 6 right now. 7 the following turn. So I think it just has to be an Infernal. So unless I get something like another Spirit Bomb, it's unlikely that this Molten Giant is going to come into play. But fortunately, we got far enough ahead that that might not matter.
Nice to meet you. Pressure builds. Magma rises.
So close. Second one. A Blood Treant could still do it. It's also very not bad.
ensure you'll stay.
Technically doesn't get through. Wait, I miscounted? Where can I push this? Here? Without a ping, they technically can't get through here? How did I miscount the Molten Giant damage? That's a shame. Don't think I want to play that here. even that's a bit risky. I think I just hold here.
Ensure you'll stay. Ensure you'll stay.
I think there's a chance Lamplighter could... No, it'll deal 8. So it can't still kill me. I play this next turn alongside the Infernal, I think. I go here, here. No, that's going to kill me. This is probably more important to play anyway. I do have one more Sleet Skater.
You are a
Oh,
champion.
I'm dead.
Great promise.
I can't believe Shadow Step would do this to me. I didn't account for the extra burst from the spell. I don't know if I would have made a different play, even had I done so.
Nazoth versus the Lich King.
On cold winds. All eyes shall
Okay.
be open.
With the, if I weren't on the coin, I probably wouldn't keep the mass production, but like the coin opens up some additional nonsense, and getting these imprisoned horrors down is going to be quite strong.
One dose solves any problem.
That said, I don't think it necessarily opens up much on turn 1. I might just... just tap and see where we are from there. Optimal top deck is maybe the trolley problem. Or I could continue making the same mistake I have been. Surely this time it'll work out. Surely.
You could use a scrim. You could use a scrim.
Okay. Wouldn't mind picking up a Molten Giant or... I don't know. Something. Maybe a Spirit Bomb to activate these alongside the Infernal. That's a bit of an issue. I was considering not developing an Infernal at all. Maybe I still don't. I could tap instead and then play 2 of these. Am I dead? I sure am. I don't think we're making enough like progress or development if we just made a 6/6 that healed for 5. That said, I didn't consider the weapon, which I should have.
versus Lady Vash.
From strife comes opportunity.
Such gifts I bestowed on your people, your queen.
All right. All of Shaman. That helps activate the Juggler. Would like to find another 1-mana minion to go alongside it, either a Flame Imp or another Party Fiend would go crazy here. Although that might require the Ziliax instead of the Juggler anyway. Okay. So they're just trying to set up a way to work through it with the tokens, I imagine. That's a very good draw. Donk. I assume they just trade where they can. And take me off the board, leaving a 5/6 Pit Fighter in play.
Perfect for the elements.
Okay. That changes things. Somewhat. Does maybe mean I have to take that off the board, though.
The entertainment has arrived.
Just for long-term concerns. This could be a game where the Vona ends up actually doing something. Okay. Good response for them. Kind of bad for me. It's a good pickup, though. Might as well tap first. Go here. That's not a bad pickup. They hit another totem, which I imagine would be another Needlecock. Or it could be the 0-mana totem and they want to play a Wave of Nostalgia here. And just like attempt to high roll their way through. Because they can... No. Not quite. But they could have gotten closer to board parity. Oh, I think we're gonna need this fella.
Death cannot be
Oh my god, they high rolled anyway. Huh. Jeez.
Really heating up.
Continue edging a little bit more. But, like, that's really bad even when we get it dormant, because when it wakes up, it can attack again. So I need to close the game out kind of quickly here. So there may just be like an infernal Ziliak's turn coming up. Which does seem to be the case here. That needs to die. That's horrendously terrifying. And it draws them like their entire deck.
Ensure your stay.
I could just full trade here to play around a wave of nostalgia, which is already going to be pretty brutal for me. So let's just try and limit the effectiveness of that. Org. Okay. Oof. I can't actually activate now. So trade here. Use this. I'll deal 18. Which means I can't quite get there with the Popgar, right? Because these will be in the way. The issue is that next turn they have a big rush turn. Because this wakes up, they play the 8/8, they get to kill 3 minions.
Ensure your stay. Really heating up. Really heating up.
Should have tapped sooner. That could have gotten me lethal. Would have been a 1 in 3. And I could have gone here, here. No, I wouldn't have been able to play everything that I needed to there. X is fine. That's the same thing as if they played the 8/8, as far as I am concerned.
Death cannot be bound.
That's a bit more of a problem.
Leave none standing.
Wait, that just killed them? I could have also buffed a minion to get it out of range. Ugh. That's a close one.